Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to DateQuette, the show where we talk about love, dating, relationships, and sex. And once again, I have some special guests from Candidate. I have Kareen, she is the director of Biz Dev, and then I have Amber, and she is the founder and CEO. So today we're going to ask the question of dating in the workplace. Is it a good or a bad idea? But before we get into that, Amber is going to tell us a little bit about what Candidate does.
So Candidate, I started the company about a year ago, and basically what we do is we find someone a job, and then using the same process and technique that we use to find them a job, we find them a date. So the idea, the big picture, is to bring people to Philadelphia to be a place where they want to work, play, and eventually settle down and grow roots here. So
this topic is right up y'all alley, because y'all finding people to date and work at the same time. So our topic is about doing that at the same time. Right. So my first question is definitely going to be, have y'all ever found someone a job and they found a date through that? Like, not through you guys' process, but like you found them a job and they found a successful partner at that job.
Actually, yes, but I'm not allowed to talk about it yet because it's private information that I shouldn't have known. But it was a candidate that we felt was a really great bachelor, and we were going to, work our magic to find him someone, and he actually ended up finding someone within the company that he was working for, without us. But yeah, I mean, I think, and do you want me to kind of just jump into? So I think that, like, when I started the company, my #1 rule was no dating candidates or clients. And that's actually one of the reasons why I came up with the business.
Now, is that a rule for you, or is that a rule for even the people that you're helping?
No, it's a rule for me and the folks that I hire internally. But the reason, and that's one of the reasons why I came up with the company, was because I would place a candidate in a job, and then they would say, so what about you? Like, would you like to go out with me sometime? And I'm like,
I can't date all of you.
I'm like, no, but I know someone, and so I'd set them up with, women that I knew. Okay. And it would happen a lot. So, but my
sounds like you get a lot of dates.
She got her first engagement.
No, not, yeah,
not her. She's not engaged.
Oh, yes.
She got her first engagement.
Cool,
yes.
Cool. So y'all getting people married, huh?
That's the plan. She moved here from
There's about to be another website called Candidate, and then it's Can I'm Married. That's what's about to happen. So where are our lines in the sand? Are we in agreement or no? How do you feel about dating in a workplace?
So I think it really depends. My parents met at work. They worked together. My dad was my mother's boss. Oh. And first time, I think the first day on the job.
Before sexual harassment laws.
Right, probably, and it's in Israel, which was like kind of a new country. He made her cry on the first day at work. And they knew each other for about a year before they started dating. Okay. And then they dated secretly for a year. And then
it's usually a secret at work.
They even got married, and like people that they worked with had no idea that they were dating.
That's crazy.
So I don't think it is a good idea to date someone at work if it's avoidable. Okay. However, I do also think that the dating scene is extremely challenging, which is why our business does so well. Like, so many people come to us like, please help me. Like, there's online, social media dating sites where you can swipe through people. It's like, why are people having such a hard time meeting someone?
Right.
And sometimes when you're in similar industries, or like your mentality might be the same, you might have similar interests. I was going to say, up romantically, dating, but if it ends bad, that's when it can become a problem.
Right, and when you think about it, I was just going to add that when you're at work with somebody all day, every day, you're kind of dating them already. With
your work life.
They may not know you have a romantic interest, but you can learn enough about a person at work, right?
I think in that situation, you really need to kind of make the decision. Do I want to stay at this company and continue doing what I'm doing, or do I want to choose to be with this person?
So is it worth my job?
Really that's what it comes down to. That's why a lot of people that do date in the workplace do it kind of behind closed door, no pun intended.
hopefully you do.
Where no one knows, it's a secret, No one really wants to live a secret. So I think kind of because a lot of companies, because of HR policies and everything, you cannot date someone within the same organization. So making that decision.
So have you ever broken that policy?
I have not. and I do not plan on.
Even before candidate, keep it real.
No,
never dated nobody at work.
You know what's interesting? There's actually a company, so we work in like a co-working space with a lot of different businesses here, and there's a company here where there's a couple that was married for 10 years and they're separated, divorced, like, you know, both went on their own paths, they both have separate relationships, but they still work together every single day. And they have a great relationship, and the woman told me, she was like, there's no one I trust more than him. And he said the same thing about her. And I think that's awesome. But it's also rare where you can pull personal aspects of your relationships and your workplace stuff. And it also depends on like the element of the company. You know, like if you work for the same company, but your positions don't really interact, then it may not make as much of a difference than like somebody that you're interacting with every day, because you get in an argument, you know, and then you come into the office, you're like, I'm not giving you this paperwork because you didn't do something.
I've seen those rules at different jobs where it's like, you know, you can date within the company, but no one that you answer to or you facilitate, you know, work to. I've seen those rules as well. So it's been fun, you guys. Once again, here with Candidate, you guys make sure you check them out. It's all the time we have on My New Philly, where something's always new
and everything's always Philly.